Hello and aloha and happy Father's Day, everybody. Whether you're a father or not, I'll bet you had one at some point in your life. So let's get to it. Let's get to some quantum questions. As you are jumping on, I celebrate you. I welcome you. I'm glad to be doing this dance with you, having this experience with you. And I invite you to come on, say hello, aloha, howdy, hola, whatever works for you, and type in where you're joining from so that all the people that are new here, and even those of us that have been doing this every day for a while, just get a feel where all these people are and see the little dots lighting up on the globe, all these amazing people. So we got South Africa, Ireland, Texas, England, Florida, Arizona, Alabama, Australia. Couple of Australias showing up there. We got a couple of South Carolinas. Hey there, Michael and Crystal. Love you guys. Thank you, Crystal. And I see some people are tagging people. Nalini, good to see you. Always. More Ireland. Marisol there, UK. Hey there, Kathy. Lorna in Scotland. I just get to say that. It's so exciting for me. Hey, Philemon in Trinidad. You are serious about this. She's showing up every day. There's Christy. All right, so there's V in San Diego. Aloha. Let's get to it. Let's get to some quantum questions. Why is it that I am learning? Hey, Ans in the Netherlands. Good to see you. Merritt in Estonia. Check this out. Is this cool? Or is it, maybe it's just me. Maybe I just think it's cool. I think it's cool. Why is it that I realized today that the habit of making a day special has the inevitable outcome of making other days less special? And why is it we can just choose to love today? Why is that true that we can just choose to love today? And there's nothing wrong with celebrating a day. We just don't have to make it special. And we celebrate the person. Happy day, Father. Okay? Thank you for that. Hey, Sam, over in the UK, there's Joanne in Scotland. I'm telling you what, Scotland is lighting up. There is more and more people showing up in the level 5 world in Scotland. I did a live event over there a couple years ago and was just truly amazing. If this madness ever stops, I might do that again someday. Beautiful. Check this out, everybody. You're welcome and thank you. And if you want to click the StreamYard thing, I'll be able to see who that is. And I appreciate you. Why is today the day that it is? And why am I here? And why is this infinite love available to me now, as always? And why is it that that infinite love that's always now is helping me, as I recall it and focus on it, to remember it's always now, that the past is my imagination, the future is my imagination, there is now, and there is infinite love now. So, okay, for those of you, let me do this again. If you're on YouTube, the comment is going to look like this. If you're on Facebook, your comment is going to look like this. However, if you're in my unconditional happiness group watching this there, your comment's going to look like this. This app has a glitch between Facebook where the handshake that lets me see the person doesn't work. But in the post that you're viewing, if you maybe scroll to the bottom of that post, you're going to see something that says to give permission to StreamYard. Just click it. So there it is. Beautiful. Hey, aloha, April. Good to see you. So why is today the day of love? And why is love the truth? And why is it that I can look out and I can see the madness and the craziness and the burning buildings and the people with the guns and the people blaming other people and the people who think that if you're white, you're bad, or if you're a man, you're bad, or if you're Trump, then every word you ever say is bad? Why is it I can look out and see all of that, and then I can choose to tap into the infinite love that's here and actually be a force for love and power and peace that then spills out into that? If I look out there, I can get excited and caught up in the external and lose my center. Or I can choose my center and I can begin to affect everything that I thought was out there. Why am I catching on to that? And why is it that I've thought about that so many times, but when I heard Brian say it this time, somehow it clicked. When I get excited by what's happening out there, stirred and stimulated by the out there. I forget that what's out there is actually arising from in here. But when I get back in here, in presence, I am the one emanating the whole thing. Thank you, those of you who are commenting and tagging people. I appreciate that. Daniela, good to see you. Gerald, good to see you. High five and a big hug, buddy. Beautiful. Aloha from Germany, Matthias and Miriam. Aloha. Great to see you. I'm so glad you are with us and that you've joined the Unconditional Happiness Group and that you're a part of the Global INrising now. All right, so I'm gonna go down a little twisty path here for just a minute, and I'm gonna do some quantum questions on a topic. Somebody today messaged me, Jennifer actually messaged me and said a friend of hers had made a Facebook post about self-sabotage and was feeling very caught up in it. And I went and looked at this person's page, and as usual, as I expected, this person is a transformational healer, coach, mentor, and I'm gonna just go with this. Okay, so breathe and be curious. Do you accept the possibility that all is one? I'm gonna invite some comments. I don't always do this. Do you accept the possibility that all is one? And do you accept the possibility that everything is energy? And do you accept the possibility that we are infinite, unlimited energy in a state of infinite possibilities? All is one, and that we're creating our reality. If you do, you can just type in SF. SF, and I will tell you why in a minute. SF. If you believe that all is one, and we're in a state of infinite, I'm getting a lot of yeses. It's my bad because I didn't say SF up first. If you believe that all is one, everything is energy, we're creating our reality, just type in SF. There you go. Here comes some SFs, and the yeses are fine too. Okay, it's all the same thing, but I have a smart ass reason for my SF. So everybody, if you'll take a look at the SFs, SF. Take a look at that. Leanne, you let the cat out of the bag too early, honey. All right, that's all right. So SF. Now here's my next question. If you know that everything is energy, all is one, we're in a state of infinite possibilities, and we're creating our reality, and you have found yourself frustrated with your ability to live as if all is one and everything is energy, type in frustrated. Just type in the word frustrated, if you will. If you've ever felt frustrated or confused, feel free, confused or frustrated. If you typed in SF, you believe everything is energy, all is one, we're creating our reality, blah, 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 blah. And you've ever felt frustrated in living it, in applying it. Like you say all is one, and then you look out at everybody that's competing for everything, and you ever felt confused or frustrated. Let's see how honest everybody wants to be today, because I'm going to help with that. Frustrated. Up until now, frustrated. Look at this. Frustrated and confused as fuck. Frustrated, confused, frustrated, confused, frustrated. Ever? Yes. Confused, frustrated. I have made a point here. Now listen to this. This is going to sound to some like I'm being self-promotional or something like that. And you know what? I got to be honest. I don't give a shit. I'm doing free live streams 7 days a week to help as much as I can. My team and I poured time and money and energy into globalinrising.com while we were not making money because we were helping people for free after the lockdown and the virus madness and all that shit. Okay? What the hell is that comment right there? Everybody, if you just want to have a laugh and a smile, let's wrap a big hug around this person. Whatever the hell that was. All right? You have... Okay. Bye-bye. All right. So 40%, I'm going to go to the heart of this. 40% of my clients. Now, I don't know about all the people that read the book and do all the other stuff that they do, but 40% of my clients who actually go up into the thousands of dollars of investing and really spending one-on-one time with me at the highest level, 40% of those people are coaches, therapists, spiritual teachers, law of attraction experts, gurus, psychologists. Okay. Now, like I said, you could see that as bragging. I'm making a point here to help you, and I'm going to do something to help in a minute. And this information that I'm giving is designed to help me help you. I have been a huge fan of the music group Rush for decades, and they quit touring a couple years ago. And I was blown away when I discovered I was a professional musician for years, and I went to many Rush concerts, and I watched many DVDs of their concerts, and I was really amazed to find out that about 70% of their audience was musicians. And today there's this mass of some of the best musicians in the world who all say Rush was their number one influence. So there's something here. If a music group has the majority of their fans be musicians who are looking up to them, it says something about their level of musicianship. And for me to have 40% of the clients who go far with me are coaches and healers and experts and therapists and spiritual teachers and law of attraction coaches and mentors, etc. It says something about what level 5, the work that I'm doing, it says something about what that work is and what it does. So now, virtually everyone who said, I believe everything is energy, I believe all is one, I believe we're in an infinite state of infinite possibilities, creating our own reality, and I'm frustrated and confused about why I'm not living it constantly. Interesting. This has never happened before. I'm actually getting a little bit of troll activity from YouTube, so I'm just never had to click the block button ever before on one of these sessions. It's okay. I don't mind. So what is it? And why is it that virtually everyone, including the spiritual teachers and healers and gurus and law of attraction experts and coaches and mentors and psychologists, find this same thing? It's because it is one thing to believe that you are a meat suit in a machine. I'm gonna share this while I'm talking. There is a difference between believing that you are a meat suit in a machine, that you are a lie, and listen, check in and feel. Believing that you're a lying, sorry sack of shit, undeserving, unlovable, unworthy, fuck up, screw up, mess up, loser, unethical, cheating, lying scumbag. And virtually everyone on the planet has those feelings and beliefs deeply embedded. And if you ask a lot of people, no, I don't think that at all. But watch their behavior and look, those ideas and feelings got implanted very early in life, a lot of them in the womb. And so here we are believing in our deeper parts, believing that we're an infinite, unlimited being. I'm sorry, that we're a separate, limited piece of crap that lies and cheats and steals to get what they want, that's trying to trick and manipulate people to try to get what they want, that doesn't feel lovable, doesn't feel cared for, doesn't feel safe, and doing crazy, desperate, crazy shit to try to survive. When we believe that in ourselves deeply, there's honesty. Love you, Hillary. And then we learn later in life that we're an infinite, unlimited being of energy. That creates our own reality. It's like a little veneer, a little shiny veneer on a giant chunk of crap. We have this tiny superficial veneer of what we've learned about energy and spirituality and that all is one. So we have this kind of endless experience of self-sabotage. It is absolutely a huge part of our subconscious program. Now, this has been a totally different session than any of the quantum question sessions. When I saw this thing of this person talking about self-sabotage, I felt inspired to say everything I just said. So I'm going to ask a question here. If you have ever in your life perceived that you have been doing self-sabotage, and especially if you perceive, like think carefully for a moment about the last month. Have you done anything that you could perceive to be self-sabotaging? Hey, Janet, good to see you. Love you, woman. If you have ever done anything, and especially in the last month, if you have had even a sense of a speck of a trace that you've been in self-sabotage, if you'll just type in the words self-sabotage, and I want to see the percentage that will admit this. Yes, of course, no doubt. If you've ever felt like you were in self-sabotage, and what's really interesting here, I want you to notice, we all believe that all is one and everything is energy, and we're creating our own reality while feeling frustrated and confused about it. And now here's a river of self-sabotage. It's nearly universal. Okay? So now, look at that. Look at that. Hey, Tarshay, good to see you, girl. Hey, Kate, Blake, great to see you, bro. Look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Now, let's get into our emotions here for a minute, and let's undo something. What if on this free live stream today, you could actually have an experience from a few questions that could actually begin to finally turn this around? All right. Okay. If you want to, you can close your eyes. You don't have to. I'm just going to launch into the questions now, and we're going to unmake some of this right now for anybody who wants it. Why is it today that I realized that self-sabotage is an idea that I heard from somebody else? I didn't make it up. I heard people saying it. And it was in the personal development, self-help, self-improvement industry and world that I was introduced to the idea of self-sabotage. But in all reality, I don't actually know beyond the shadow of a doubt that self-sabotage actually exists. I know millions of people use that phrase. This much I know. This is a relevant comment. Sabotaging yourself in the long run by lying. Everybody on this planet lies when they don't feel safe. Everybody on this planet lies when they don't feel safe. So let's continue. Why is it today that I looked at that phrase, self-sabotage? All right, you know what, everybody, I'm going to, this is probably not the most ideal etiquette. I'm going to do it anyway. So I have a troll that's wanting to dance and saying, stop pretending to have divine abilities. I'm not sure where that came from. I don't think I'm pretending anything, but that's okay. I'm just going to go ahead and block you, and I trust that you'll have a good time. It's okay. Someone's trying to back me up. That's okay. It's all good. So why is it that I realized today that self-sabotage is just two words that were strung together? Perhaps what I was doing with those actions, those unconscious actions, maybe I was trying to keep myself safe. Maybe I was trying to keep myself. Maybe what I was labeling self-sabotage was actually me trying to keep myself safe. Maybe part of me knew, and you can let me know the minute you start to feel any relief here. Why is it that I'm accepting the possibility right now that all that time, what I thought was self-sabotage, so here I was thinking that I was sabotaging myself. And then I was, of course, criticizing myself. And then I felt hopeless and trapped because here I am sabotaging myself when I don't want to sabotage myself. And I said I wasn't going to sabotage myself anymore. And I caught myself sabotaging. And now I don't know why I'm doing it. I don't know what's wrong with me. And I don't seem able to stop. So I begin to doubt myself and feel less and less safe. But what if it was never self-sabotage? What if it was a part of me that I had isolated from myself? That's actually a part of me that was reaching out and doing those actions to cause the illusion of failure to keep me safe. Because maybe, what if I ever learned that it's not okay for me to succeed that much? What if it's okay for me to realize right now that maybe part of me learned when I get what I want, I have to get punished and pay for it. So I was actually preventing myself from getting harmed. I was calling it self-sabotage, then faulting myself for it. And why is today the day that that whole illusion can come apart in this light of awareness that I maybe was never self-sabotaging? Why do I accept the possibility right now that I maybe was never self-sabotaging the entire time? Maybe part of me was reaching out to keep myself safe. Why is today the day that I took the words self-sabotage and I rolled them up in a little ball and I tossed them to the stars to be dissolved and remade for the benefit of all that is? Why is it that from this day forward, literally, I neither think the words nor speak the words? I accept the possibility, wow, if I wasn't stepping rapidly into what I want, maybe I was just trying to stay safe. And maybe I forgive myself completely for all those perceived self. I don't remember what the words were because I just lost the word. I just tossed them to the stars. They're dissolving back into infinite possibilities. So I don't even remember what it was. Why is it that when I live in a world without that concept, I don't know what is happening? Before I thought, oh, wow, look at that. Wow, this is just mind blowing. This is like the 8th troll that has had these kind of comments, like out of the blue, never on any other session before. What an interesting thing. What if today is the day that when I let those words go, I let the concept go, and the minute I didn't know what it was, I was able to actually see what it is. Like everything else that Brian's been saying for a while here. Why is it that I don't need to derail my actions in order to be safe? Why is it that my comfort zone can expand to the infinite, which is what I and we actually always are and were in the first place? Why is today the day that I let that illusion completely dissolve and disappear? And now I'm free to take the actions that I take. And on those occasions when I don't take an action that I wanted to, I no longer think, oh, I know I'm blah, blah, blah. I'm just probably not feeling safe. Let me feel my feelings and start over. It's all good. Beautiful. I wanna offer something here. Ashley, what I'm doing today is called Quantum Questions, and the people that I'm doing this with are all saying to me for themselves. Maybe you weren't aware of that. Love you, Ashley. Thank you for that. All right, everybody. 25 minutes into my 15 minutes. I'm going to drop off. Some of you will choose, and I saw a couple of people said that they were going to actually put this on loop and play it over and over again. This can make the difference for you. This can literally be, today can be the end of that experience of so-called self, whatever it was supposed to be. Maybe you were trying to keep yourself safe. You want to say goodbye to everybody? Hi and bye.
Bye-bye. Hi.
Love you all, and I will
Bye-bye.
see you tomorrow.
Hi, click.
Yeah, right there. Right there. And then right there.
Bye-bye.